Welcome to the live replay. Today is July 17th and we are going to be working on March in Janelle's bullet journal, and I'm planning to do a sushi theme for that month. So just let me get things set up over here. Welcome here, you guys. I am just getting set up and I got my charm little storage thing in that I've been waiting for what feels like a million years. So I figured I'd just start the live by just like casually organizing a few charms while we wait for more people to come, because I know it often takes a little while for people to join. So I'm going to organize some charms. And I guess if you guys have any questions about stuff while I'm here, I may as well answer some questions too. A, B, this is gonna be hard though. I should have C, D, E, labeled these in advance, but I like don't touch this stuff until live time comes, and then I'm like, oh right, I have things to do in here. H, I, J, K, J, hey Kai, hey Hawaiian girl. G. Welcome here, you guys. I am just starting up and I got my charm storage thing in the mail finally. It's like a bunch of these little drawers, just like acrylic drawers, and then I'm gonna put them all into their little tower. So I'm just starting off with that. So let me tell you a little bit about today's plan. We are going to be working on Janelle's bullet journal, and we're doing the month of March, which she didn't choose a specific theme for March. She did mention that she wanted a sushi theme somewhere in her journal, and I just kind of felt like March fit with that. So I kind of slotted in a sushi theme, but we can change that. We can do sushi later on. But if you guys are all good with sushi, that's probably what we'll do for March. L, M, N, O, P, Q. Sushi theme? Yeah, I've done one sushi theme before, but it's been a long time. S, T, U, V, U, and then so T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Okay, so X, Y, Z can't fit in the top row, but everything else fits in the top, or all the other letters, I should say, fit in my top shelf here. Q. Rebecca, it totally depends on the person. You can be as general or as specific as you want. So some people give me every theme and like send me pictures of every theme and are basically like, this is exactly what I want my journal to look like. Don't stray from this kind of idea, and that's fine. Most people will just kind of give me a prompt for most months or all months, and just kind of say like, for June, I want, I don't know, ladybugs. And they'll just kind of do that for most months. Okay, T, U, V, W. And then some people, like Janelle is probably one of my most open-ended regular clients, where she'll just kind of give me like 2 or 3 months that she wants for sure. And then everything else, she just like has worked with me so many times that I know the kinds of colors she likes and the kinds of themes. So she just leaves it all up to me basically, which is really fun. But yeah, it really just, it depends on you. You can be super specific, and like I even have a color chart on my Google form with like the numbers of all my markers on there. Like you can even say like January, snowflakes, and then list all the colors that you want. Like you can be as specific as you want to be. Hey Patty, how's it going? Yes, Alex, the organizers came. It's like a set of acrylic drawers like this. So there's 5 drawers, which I'm not going to need nearly that many right now for all my charms, but I'm just starting with the letters while people kind of come in. And then I'll figure out how I want to organize the other ones later. And in hindsight, I'm actually thinking maybe I should have left some compartments on the top open for like the little loops that I use and the ribbon crimps. But I'll just have to put those, either shift things over a bit or put those somewhere else. XY. Oh, whoops. And for those of you who are just joining, we're doing March in Janelle's bullet journal today, which I'm planning to do a sushi theme. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that, Patty. I won't be live later today also. I kind of just try to do one a day at whatever time works best for me. So I don't have a schedule of my lives. I just try to post on Instagram like day of, kind of announcing whether I'll be on in the afternoon slot or the evening slot. Eventually, I hope to nail down a bit of a more fixed schedule, but for now, this is just what works. Oh, perfect, Remy. That fits. Now I will finally be able to tell right away what colors I have available in each letter. That's probably the thing I'm most excited for. I'll still kind of have to like sift through charms to find like specific things. You know, like I'll have a little section for like shells and a little section for leaves or something. So I'll still have to like flip through to find exactly what people want. But I was live yesterday. I was live at this same time though. Not my evening slot. And oh, you weren't here. I will show you what we did because I'm really happy with how it turned out. And I still haven't nailed down that family worship page with Janelle. So at some point, we're going to have to catch up a few months worth of family worship pages. But for now, we're just going to keep trucking forward with the months themselves. All right, I'm getting to the end of my letters here. And some compartments are looking very sparse. Like so far, I don't have a single, QR. I don't have a single R. Is that the only one? Yeah, that's the only one. Maybe there's one at the bottom here yet, but I know I used 2 R's the other day because Remy and Rachel ordered. Aw, thanks, Patty. Oh, sorry, Eve. I know afternoon doesn't work for everyone. Afternoon is nicer for me in some ways because then I'm not spending every evening like working, even though bullet journaling, like it doesn't feel like a normal job, obviously, but it's still nice to have the freedom to, you know, hang out with my husband or something in the evening, go for coffee with a friend, which I never do, but it's nice to have the option. So, but yeah, I do like the evening slot for that reason. Like I'm able to catch people who just can't come during the workday. But, ooh, yeah, we are completely out of ours. I do have white and pink on their way for our letters, but I guess I need to order more gold too because ours are completely done. Okay, so here's my little charm storage. Actually, let me give you a quick little overhead. Got all the letters in here, and then I'm gonna slide it into this little like acrylic drawer organizer thing. And then the last 3 letters of the alphabet are down here. And then I still got over 3 full drawers to put other charms like shells and all of that. And now I don't need to have them right on the edge of my desk and be worried that they're going to fall off. Although it does also make it harder to just show people like, here, you can choose your charms kind of thing. But pros and cons. Okay. I know it finally got here. Okay, so Rebecca, do I show themes? Like, do you mean, do I have like pictures of themes that you can choose from? Is that what you mean? And Remy, my rough estimate would be about a month from now. Mid-August would be my estimate. Because so far we're making great time on this journal. my goal is always to finish a full monthly theme in one live, but more often what happens is that I take 2 lives to finish a full monthly theme. But with this one so far, we are 2 for 2. Like our first 2 themes we've done each just within 1 live. So we're making great time so far. But I also will have like some family holidays and stuff that will break things up. So I won't be as consistent with my lives, especially early August. So, oh, TV or movie themes. I have done a few. Yep. I kind of do what you request. And I will like always adapt it to make it work for like what I feel like I'm capable of. You know, like someone asked me for like a Pride and Prejudice theme, and I just drew like the house from Pride and Prejudice because that's what I felt comfortable drawing. So I always adapt it to what works for me. But no, Paige, I'm just getting on. Sorry, I noticed a knot in my hair. I just started off like this because I got my charm organizer in the mail. So we were just filling all the letters, and I'm completely out of R, which it's nice to be able to see that. I'm almost out of M and S as well. So that just shows me that I need to order more letters. But anyways, that's why I'm facing this way. But let me flip you guys around and show you what we did yesterday. Wait. For those of you who are not here. So yesterday, well, let's backtrack a little bit more. For those of you who haven't seen this journal yet at all, we started with January. This is a full 2026 bullet journal for my client Janelle, and she let us choose most of the themes, including this January theme. We chose this little ski lodge theme, and we still need to figure out what this page is going to look like. I'm still waiting to nail that down with her. This is the weekly layout that we chose for January. And she's going to use this as a memory keeping journal. So she still wanted spots for each day, but she's just going to use it to kind of journal and reflect on the day, write down highlights. Here's like a weekly highlight sort of box or a quote, whatever she wants to put in there. More weeklies for January. And then yesterday we did February, which we did this little strawberry theme. And her monthly pages are a title page, a single page calendar with a spot for notes. This month has an extra one because of the Dutch door, so I just kind of snuck that in there as a place to, you know, put more pictures and memories and stuff. Got to nail that one down with her. And then this is the weekly spread that we chose for February. So that is where we're at in the journal. We are only 2 days into making this, and we're going to start on March today. So for March, one of the themes that she wants in her journal but didn't care what month was sushi, and I just kind of slotted that in for March. I think it sounds like people are excited for doing the sushi theme in March, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move forward with that idea, which means I need to head to Pinterest and find some sushi doodles because I have no idea how to doodle sushi. I've done it a couple of times, but always using a Pinterest reference photo because I don't just have that locked in my head. Okay, let's see here. I'll just save some of these. This reminds me of Sushi Go. Just looking at all these pictures. I'm not going to do little faces on them, but I feel like some of these ones with the faces are just like the most helpful, simple doodles, which is what I am aiming for. Okay, let's just go with that for now. And then I want to go look at different title page layouts that would pair well with a sushi theme. So I'm just going to click this one and then scroll through a bit. Looking for title pages specifically. feel like Ivana Journals, pretty much anytime I see her themes, I click on them because her layouts are just so like simple to do, but also like versatile. Could do that sort of thing. Wondering about something like that. I'll screenshot it for now. Oh, there's a sushi theme. Screenshot that for some more doodle inspiration. I love this one with like the extra squiggles and stuff. So I'm gonna screenshot that as layout inspiration. Some of those were for doodle inspiration and some were for layout inspiration. So let's go ahead and vote on what we want our title page to look like. I'm not sure if I screenshotted enough, so I'm gonna screenshot this one too, just in case. Okay. Title page. Oh yeah, I was working on my sardines theme last night and I'm not thrilled with where it is right now, so I definitely need to keep working on it. Let me see what I saved for title page layout. Okay, so something like that. I'm just not sure what I would do for like the little accent doodles, but okay, I think I'm gonna delete this one because I have more than enough, right? Oh yeah, okay. So right now, what we're gonna vote on is a layout that we wanna use with a sushi theme. So the theme is already locked in, it's gonna be sushi. We're just trying to decide how we want to arrange that on the cover page. So if there's a moderator available, I'm just gonna wait for a sec and see if there are any moderators available to start a poll. If not, I'll just have to do one myself, which is fine. You can, Alex? Okay, awesome. Let's do a 4-option poll. Thank you so much. So option number 1 is going to be this right here, which would be like a bottle of soy sauce over here, a piece of sushi over here, and then little like sparkles, maybe like chopsticks, like small sushi related doodles kind of sprinkled around. That's option 1. Option 2 is to have rolls of sushi, soy sauce, chopsticks, those kind of doodles kind of moving down the page like that diagonally with the title in the middle. That's option 2. The next one I think was, yeah, I'm not going to copy that layout because I want to copy those doodles and I don't want to copy the whole, you know. Okay, then option 3 was more like this. Sushi doodles like scattered around the page and then add some of those like little wavy lines, kind of whatever. Those little marker elements and maybe this kind of heading. I'm not sure if we would keep the title the same. I really like it. I just don't know if it fits with a sushi theme. But that's option 3. And then option 4 is this right here. Again, bottle of soy sauce, piece of sushi, another piece of sushi, little details, like in the middle of the page, similar font to this. That's what I'm trying to capture here with this one. So let me show you the options one more time. Applying a sushi theme to these title pages. This is option 1, soy sauce, sushi, small sushi related doodles. Option 2, sushi doodles going across the page. Option 3, Sushi Doodles scattered around and then have some of these like wiggly lines, little like splashes, that kind of stuff. And then option 4, again, soy sauce, maybe like some ginger, sushi, whatever, and then just a little title down here. That's option 4. I'm gonna go back into TikTok now to see your guys' comments and get ready to draw. Hello, you guys. Sorry, I haven't been able to see your comments in a while because I've been on Pinterest. Top-down place setting, that's not a bad idea. Rebecca, I do sell a fully customized digital bullet journal. Yep. And now you guys are hungry. Oh, thanks, Paige. I'm glad you like, oh, and thank you too, Helen. You like the strawberry theme. I do like sushi. We don't eat out a lot. I do most of my cooking at home, so, and sushi is not something that I make. My sister makes sushi. She makes all kinds of crazy things, but that's not me. Okay, option 2. Let me go back and see what option 2 was. Just go back to my pictures so that I can have my reference photo. Okay, so sushi going across the page. Sounds good. That was pretty straightforward. So what are the key colors that I should include in this theme? I used that one up. I'm thinking we want like a green and kind of a salmon color, like peachy, reddy sort of thing. Nothing too vibrant. That was one of Janelle's requests color-wise. I think I have a good color for that. That would be not too vibrant, but still serve that purpose. Fill that gap in the sushi color palette. A warm green with a peachy red. Okay, so I think let's vote on a green and a red, and then the rest I'll just build around that. And a reminder, Janelle's color preference is very like soft colors. So either pastels or more like muted, natural sort of tones. Nothing super bright. So just keep that in mind as we're swatching and voting. I'm not gonna swatch anything super bright, but just try to have that like mindset as you're voting for the color. Let's see. For greens, I'm gonna put, okay, whoa, this green is not normally that dark. What happened? Oh, is it dying? I love this green, but I think it's dying. We might be able to stretch it a little bit for this theme, but I'm not sure. This green is one that we used a lot in her previous journal, and she did like it. It's a little brighter than the previous one, but it works. Okay, and then what's one more green that I can swatch? Aw, thank you, Jack. Do you do a bullet journal as well? All right, so if we could get a 4-option vote, that would be great. We're voting on a green for, the poll will be up underneath my little profile picture there in just a moment. So just wait for that and then put your votes in there, because otherwise the chat gets a little bit full. The second green is very pretty. So we're choosing a green, and this is going to be for like cucumber, avocado, that kind of like sushi filling. And this is for Janelle's bullet journal, who likes very muted, soft colors. So just keep those two things in mind as you're voting for your green. Okay, cool, Jack. Well, thank you. I'm glad you've been liking it. All right, and then I should swatch some kind of orangey reds as well. Peachy, orangey. I feel like I don't have very many options for that aren't super vibrant, which is not what she wants. So there won't be a lot to swatch here, I don't think. Because what, like a softer pink, you mean, Carson? Because tuna would be like a lighter pink, eh? That's what my canned tuna is anyways. Option 2, okay, I figured. Option 2 had that one in the bag. A softer, darker pinkish. Like, when you say soft but dark, I think of this pink. Like, it's a bit softer, but it's not like a baby pink. But does that look like tuna? Similar to that, maybe a little darker. Okay, like, but the darker version of that I have here, would that be too dark? It's hard to describe colors. Well, that's the thing, Estella. I was aiming for peachier, but then they were thinking of maybe like a tuna type color. And here's the thing. This is my peach marker that I have. It's quite orange. It's also, I would say, pretty bright. It's definitely, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit bright. Maybe it's not too bad, actually. I'm not sure. So Carson is describing more of a tuna color that would have a little bit more purple undertones. And I think the rest of you guys are thinking more of like a salmon color with the orangey undertones. So I'll swatch 2 of each, and then we'll just let the vote decide which kind of direction we go in for that. So let me, ooh, actually, I feel like I have the perfect color. Just give me a sec. It's across the room. I have the perfect color for like a purpley, that sort of thing that you were talking about, Carson. I'm not sure which one it is, so I'm gonna have to like swatch a bunch of these, but these 4 Candies highlighters have some very like kind of pinky purpley. Okay, that's probably too purple. Okay, I should definitely be pulling these out for Janelle's journal because I think she likes these colors. Maybe let's include this as a peach option. I know, I love the colors. I don't like chisel tip, but I do love the colors. Okay, so this one is one that I just swatched. Okay, no, that's too brown. What about this? That's pretty. Hey? The third one is pretty too. Yeah. I just feel like it doesn't look like the color of a fish. Okay. I think maybe I'll do those for options, although I am having second thoughts about the peach. I feel like it might be too bright. One more color to add to the vote. Oh yeah, I'll just add the darker pink from yesterday. Okay, so for those of you who are just joining now, we are choosing a color palette for a sushi theme for Janelle, who really likes softer, more muted colors. So we chose number 2 up here as the green, and now we're trying to choose a more peachy color or pinky color to be like the color of the fish. Like, so this sort of more leaning towards the purple end of pink would be more like tuna, apparently. I don't look at a lot of raw tuna. And then also, obviously there's more of like the salmony color that I think of when I think of sushi, but it is a little bit brighter, and she's not super into bright. But go ahead and vote up in the poll up there. Right below my name, you should see a poll, and if you put your votes in there, then TikTok will count it up for us so that we don't need to worry about it. And then let's see, what other colors do I want for a sushi theme? I could bring in a yellow. She does like pastel yellow. But I don't think I'll have you vote for these colors. I think I'll just choose one and run with it. We've kind of chosen the 2 main colors together, and then I'll just choose one of these. Oh, do I not have another one of these? I might not. 3-1, okay, perfect. 3 looks great. And then I'm going to use one of those yellows. I'm not totally sure. Excuse me. I'm getting hiccupy now with my tea that I'm drinking. Which one? And then we need like some browns and like a black. I'll just get... I feel like those 2 browns work. Okay, those 3, whatever I need from that. I could use the 4th green as seaweed. Yeah, Angela, I'm just not sure. Like, yeah, I agree. We think salmon, but the only salmon type colors that I have are very vibrant. And that's not really what this specific customer, Janelle, wants. She wants more muted. She requested no vibrant colors. That was like her only specific color request. So that's why I'm having a hard time choosing a salmony color, because all of my peaches are quite bright. This one's not that bright, but it's also dying. That's why it's kind of a weird color. Maybe it has more juice than I thought. I might try pulling this one out at some point. But there we go. We're gonna just get started with that. I like both of the yellows. The second one is starting to die, and I don't think I have a backup. So I might end up going with the first option. But let's start with lettering March across the center of the page, like our inspiration photo has. So I'm just gonna do some bouncy calligraphy for March going across the middle here. I can do a quick little flip through. We haven't done tons. We're only on the 3rd month, but I can show you what we've done so far. So we did this little ski lift, ski lodge sort of theme for January. This is the weekly layout that we chose. And this is February. We did these chocolate covered strawberries. And then these are the weekly spreads for February. And now we are into March. Rebecca, I do have a fully customized digital bullet journal available in my shop. It's like my best seller. I don't use the dots really while I'm doing calligraphy. That's just kind of like, I guess the spacing for that comes more naturally because I've done it so many times. But I use them as guidelines for everything else, like drawing out my grid boxes, like calendar boxes, weekly boxes, whatever. Okay, so let me look at my sushi inspiration doodles here and just choose a few to start kind of placing around the page. So I'm going to start off with a little rice sort of thing. I don't know the names of any types of sushi. My sister loves sushi. Like, she makes amazing sushi, and I like it too, but I just don't really know much about it. I don't eat it very often. Also, I have no idea what these are, but I keep seeing them in all these little sushi doodle things, and they look very easy to doodle, so I'm gonna do some. Does anyone know what these are? Like a little skewer with 3 brown balls on them. That's sushi? What kind of sushi is shaped like that? Never had that kind of sushi before. And we'll do a little, oh, you guys are telling her the theme for the month. Okay. I was like, could you be more specific? Like, what is this? Oh, guys. Let me see. I was going to do a soy sauce bottle there, but I think maybe I'll actually do it somewhere else where I have a little bit more space. I'm going to go in with black and make all of this look more recognizable. Don't worry. This is just the starting point. So nobody knows what the little balls are. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn them. I just assumed that one of my sushi connoisseurs here in the chat would know. I'm gonna do some tempura. That one I know the name of. Okay, is it a dessert, Ashley? Like, it looks like a sweet thing to me, but I've never had it, so I don't know. Made of octopus. I have tried octopus once, and it was probably the worst food I've ever had. But it was also, why can't I remember? Oh, guys, I know what this stuff is called. I just can't think of it. The green stuff that you can put on sushi. What's that called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Wasabi, yes, I hate wasabi. It is like my least favorite flavor in the world. And I was in Korea at the time, and they were like, our guides were like, here, have you ever tried octopus? So I was like, no, sure, I'll try octopus. What a cool Korean experience. But nobody told me that it was wasabi flavored octopus. So like the texture of octopus, raw, awful. And then pair that with like it being my least favorite flavor was not a nice treat. Okay, what else should I add here? This is gonna be a little rice block. Sorry, all of this in my head makes sense, but I realize it probably doesn't make that much sense just looking at it. Maybe I'll just add like some chopsticks or something down here. Okay, I feel like I need to add a few more things. What should I add? Maybe just another like small roll over here. And this is going to be soy sauce. I know you can't tell right now, but that is what that is meant to be. Maybe I'll do like the little like bowl with wasabi over here. I know I don't like wasabi, but gotta bring in the green. I love green. Okay. Now let me start going in and outlining some of these things so that you can tell actually what they are. And then we'll add some white gel pen, which I feel like will really finish the spread for us. I'm gonna color that in with a different black. Where's my black? There we go. Forgot to outline my chopsticks. Okay, there we go. Okay, just looking at some comments. Do you think a stamp outline for every month with a different artwork? No, I don't think that would be stupid at all. What do you mean, though? Okay, I'm wondering if I should add some like sparkles or anything moving across the page with it, or any sorts of like blobs, shapes of any kind. I know our reference picture does have a border, which I would do the border, maybe in like the brown that I used for the soy sauce or something. Dots varying in size. So yeah, our example picture had a border. But yeah, I'm wondering if I should add like either colored circles or something that would be a bit larger, or just like black small ones sprinkled around. You feel like it doesn't need the border? Let me show you the reference picture again. We were just doing something like this, like March and then sushi moving across the page. It had the border. I'm not gonna add like a bowl of ramen noodles anywhere because I feel like I don't have enough space to add like a full doodle. You know, you like the simplicity of it? Oh, I feel like it needs something. Border and sparkles. Noodles and rice. Okay, well, I can add noodles and rice to a different page probably. Green border. Okay, I feel like then we're going all in on green. You know? Green border. Okay. Sure. Let's do a green border. I don't even know what a mochi donut is, but it sounds delicious. Okay, and then we could do like little circles, sparkles, something like that, kind of following the flow. I think at this point I would do in black instead of in a color, but I'm not sure if that's, green border looks great. Oh, Remy, I love that idea. I love using stamps. I'm not huge on stickers and like washi tape and scrap paper just because they run out, you know, like, I don't know. Maybe that's, oh, you know, people who just like don't use their stickers. That's totally me. I'm the kind of person where I'll just like never use it because like once it's used, it's gone. And it's like, I love stamps and markers are like the way that I journal. Because I get other cute things, but then I just never end up using them. So I love the idea of having like a monthly stamp theme. That's actually one thing that I'm considering doing with Contact Crafts. I know I've been talking a little bit about how they want to launch another stamp collection before they re-release the old one. And so that's one thing that we're kind of thinking about, is doing like different kind of theme bundles. But I'm not sure if that will be in the near future or not. I just feel like I have so many ongoing projects that I want to commit to something a little bit smaller first. But we'll see. Okay, there we go. I feel like that was a good ad. Doesn't make it look busier, but does kind of fill the page a little. All right, quick sip, and then let's do our little calendar spread here. So I would love your feedback some more on the calendar, because this whole one-page calendar thing is still really new to me. So last time for February, we decided to push it all the way to the top, and then we weren't sure what to do here. We couldn't find a washi tape that matched. Otherwise, we could have done a washi tape. But yeah, because it doesn't really need the title, because the title's right here, you know, unlike a 2-page calendar where you kind of want to have the month written on there. But for January, we didn't really think that much about the layout. I just started it, you know, as far down as I normally would, and then realized, oh, we actually don't need a title up here. So for February, we shimmied it up, and I'm not sure what to do moving forward. Have you always journaled? I have trouble being consistent. Angela, at the moment, I actually don't have a personal journal. I use my digital bullet journal, which actually, since you were asking about a digital bullet journal earlier, I may as well just show it to you very quickly. Why can't I? I need to open up my full thing here. So this is my digital bullet journal. You asked if I thought about doing a custom bullet journal or digital journal, and I do. This is it. So for like every month, so for example, you just tap on the month, July, and then you get to choose one of these 25 different themes every month. So for me, for July, I chose peaches, and I have not been using this very much since we moved into the new house. I haven't been using my digital stickers or anything, so it's kind of ugly. I usually like to make them a bit cuter, but Every month you'll get title page. You get 3 different calendars, so you can choose if you want a Sunday start or a Monday start or a list style calendar like that. You get a monthly dashboard. Again, with trackers, you get to choose if you want a calendar tracker like this, or a list style tracker like this, or a tracker wheel like this. So it's customizable in like the monthly themes that you choose. You get to choose a new theme every month, but then also the page layouts that you want. There's a mood tracker, which again, I haven't been using this month. And then same thing with the weeks. Every week you can choose, so same dates, 30th, 1st, you can choose if you want a vertical layout or a horizontal layout or a timetable layout. And then it also comes with 10 or more, I can't even remember right now, collections. So you can add like the reading collection to your journal or the fitness collection to your journal, all that kind of stuff. So fully customizable digital version, since one of you guys was asking about that earlier. But don't think the calendar page needs a title. Move it to the top like February. Okay, that's great. Jan's style again, just more Deutkes. Got it. You like it pushed up with no title. Pushed up. Kobo, I am not sure. Sure, Gail, let me do a quick flip through and then I want to do this calendar page here. So we're not super far in. We've done January and February, and basically just a title page, calendar page combo for each month, and then weekly spreads is really all that we've done so far. So that's January. This is February. We've got these little chocolate covered strawberries. And then this is the weekly layout that we did here for February. And then now we're on March. Okay, let's see here. Notes on the top feels wrong, but I don't know. Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna pull up my calendar and just start drawing whatever comes to mind. Okay, so March with a Monday start is gonna be one of those awkward ones that has 6 weeks. A dango? I'm not following. Okay, I'm just gonna do it here again up at the top because I think I liked how that looked better than the original. All right, and then we'll have just 2 days on the bottom here. Jack. So the new colors, there's going to be 4. There's going to be a dark brown, like kind of a mocha color. All of them are like heathered like this because I really like that look. So there's going to be a dark brown and then kind of a skyish sort of blue and then a light green and a pink. Tried to get a bit of a variety this time. All right. Add some outlines, some shading, and some white gel pen, and then we're gonna be moving on. All right, think we'll call that done for the calendar and title page. I really like how the title page turned out. I'm so glad we went for the green border. I really was not sure when you guys suggested that. Whoops, sorry. Bumped my stand there a little. But yeah, that is how it turned out. Now, I still haven't heard from her about the family worship spread, so we're gonna move straight on to weeklies. So let me show you guys our options. I accidentally deleted the one picture of one of our weekly spread options, but it's the one that we like to do quite a lot. So I know it's saved up at the top here somewhere. It's not too far down, I don't think. Oh yeah, this one. Let me just re-screenshot this one. Okay, so we want to choose a weekly layout now that will work well with this theme. Did I delete all of them? Oh no. So this is what we chose for the February strawberries theme as our weekly layout. So I'm thinking the two themes or the two weekly layouts that we'll use yet. Actually, maybe I should go to Pinterest and look for one more because I'm not sold on that one that I just showed. So I want to see if I can find another good one. That would work well for, she doesn't need any bonus boxes. So it's a little bit different than what we typically do. Typically we have to like keep room for bonus boxes. But with this one, we do not. So okay, I'm gonna screenshot this as the other option. And let's see if I see anything else that jumps out at me. Okay, let's just vote between what we already have. So, is there a moderator still here? Okay, for a 3-option poll. Oh, perfect. Okay, so option 1 is to do this sort of weekly layout. We would space things a little bit differently because I'm not going to use all of these open spots for doodles. I want to leave her more space to write memories. So we would probably have like a corner up here for a heading and then one other section for doodles. So a little bit different than this. That's option 1. Option 2 is this one, which we did in pretty much every custom journal that we've done recently. There would be a title up here, some doodles down here probably. That was 2, and then this is 3. Title and doodles all along here, and then we would just fill this whole space with the days of the week. We would just divvy up the space a little bit differently, and then yeah, do the days of the week over there. So those are the 3 options. Where was option 1 again? 1, something like this. They always look different because it's different theme, and there's not going to be any writing in it, so it's going to look very empty compared to this. But 1, 2, or 3. You can see the little poll icon right under my name. Option 3, perfect. Let me get back into TikTok here and pull up that picture at the same time so that I can lay it out similarly. All right, so we need to skip this next page and then I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Perfect. I feel like this pink color actually works really well for a sushi theme. It's not as like, yeah, vibrant and salmon-ish as the ones that we were seeing on Pinterest, but I feel like it works. Okay, so I need 5 weekly spreads. Got to skip this page. And I think I want to divide it down the middle like this. Was that 5? I think that it was, but I feel like I often count wrong in the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a blank. Perfect. Okay, and then how do I want to lay this out here? All right. So over here, we're gonna do some doodles, and I'm trying to decide if I wanna like leave some of this area open here for like extra memory keeping or something. What I'm thinking, tell me how you think this would look, is like March in the same font, but stacked because we have a narrower section here. March stacked, and then a box with like this style of outline, like kind of ladder looking outline. And then some doodles in the bottom corner and top corner, like intercepting the box like this. And then again, leave the box open, unlabeled, so that she can write a quote, a verse, a highlight from the week, something like that in there. What do you guys think about that? So we would have kind of 2 doodles, 1, 2, a title, and then a box with this same sort of like ladder looking border. Any thoughts? And I think I might just start stamping already because that looks like a good first step with this weekly layout. Oh yes, Miranda, I can show you the ski lift page for sure. This is how the title page turned out and the calendar, and then these are the weekly spreads that we chose for that month. And then in case you weren't here yesterday, this is what we did yesterday. We did this chocolate covered strawberry theme. And these are the weekly spreads that we did with that theme. And then today we are doing this little sushi theme, which I've really liked all the themes so far, but I actually think sushi might be my favorite in this one. Oh, thanks, Miranda. Tuesday. I need to get a shield here so that I don't get ink on that back page there. Can't remember if I told you guys this or not, but the next time that we launch these stamps, the days of the week, which are the smallest words, are going to be on a smaller stamp block, which I'm so excited for because it won't get all this extra ink that you then risk getting all over the rest of the page. The other stamps with the larger words, like the months of the year and stuff for title pages, are going to stay on the bigger stamp blocks, but I'm going to make another size for the days of the week. Rebecca, I have been lately in custom bullet journals just because these stamps are so much easier than writing all the days of the week out by myself, and it's still my handwriting. So I feel like it still works. I used to, when I did custom journals a few years ago, I would just write it in by hand, but it takes a long time. Like the smaller the calligraphy, the longer it takes and the more my hand cramps. So I would never do the days of the week in calligraphy. It was always just like in my regular printing, which is like fine, but not as pretty looking. But just because, yeah, it takes a long time and my hands would cramp so bad if I did this much calligraphy that I wouldn't be able to keep drawing in the rest of the journal. So this is a way that I can still have like cute days of the week and avoid that outcome. So yeah, in my own journal, I wouldn't always stamp the days of the week when I was doing my own journal, but when I'm doing so many spreads in a row, it's very handy to have. Okay. My drink has so much condensation, it always picks up the coaster. That's what that falling sound is. Okay. Gotta wipe the condensation off my desk so it doesn't get onto the journal. And let's do the dates. So it starts on the 2nd. I just want to confirm that our last February spread ended on the 1st, and it did. So let's just write in those dates. I think on the example picture, it had the numbers written in like just kind of at the end of the day here. So I'm going to do that too and cycle through a few colors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like maybe I should do like a line or something with this color connecting it to the day. Melissa, that's just the layout that we chose this time. I do different layouts for different weeks. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So like the January layout that we chose had the weekend combined into smaller boxes, and this one just had like a column with smaller boxes. So that's what we're doing. 24, 25. One, two, three, four. The problem is though that this chisel tip and this brush tip, neither of them have a fine end. So I'm gonna do brown as my next color, and then I'm not sure what I'll do next. I might see if I can find a fine color that kind of matches those, but I'm not sure. 9, 10. Thanks, Sophie. I'm honored. Miranda, my favorite markers to use. That's hard to say. The ones that I always recommend for beginners are definitely the Crayola Super Tips. I really like using brush markers like the Tombow dual tip brush pens, but I feel like I equally like Crayolas. It depends what I'm using it for, you know? If I want to do like big, bouncy, juicy calligraphy, it's got to be a brush pen like Tombow or something. But for most things, I like Crayola Super Tips. Like for coloring, it's actually much easier to draw and color with the Super Tips. I guess I could do yellow. We haven't done a lot of yellow, but we have done some. So I feel like maybe we should bring it back and use that as the third color since the pinks don't work very well. Oh, yellow is gonna end up side by side at the top. Just because of how our pattern worked. Whoops. Let's write out March. And I'm gonna have a doodle going over there to kind of fill that little gap. Same, Monica. I know, I love, like, it's not a look that you can like replicate by anything except a partially drying out pen. And like felt tips don't dry out like that, you know, they just kind of fade, but these ones have a really cool look when they're drying out. All right, let's do some doodles here. I am gonna pull up my picture again. Oh, what have I done? All right, I'm gonna start off here with a bottle of soy sauce. And maybe I'll go place another one, maybe over here. Just kind of space it out a little bit. And then for this week, I'm gonna do one of those little skewer things up here. Ooh, I bet, Monica. That sounds pretty. New around here, what are some examples of bonus boxes? Yeah, so for example, the last bullet journal that we just finished was for Summer, and she had 3 bonus boxes on every weekly spread. So every week she had a notes box, a little shopping list, and then a next week box. So some that I usually use for myself is just like tasks and maybe habits to track. I know some people like to have like 2 different boxes for like work tasks, personal tasks. Those would be some of the more common bonus boxes that I do. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other ones. I've got a bunch on my like Google form that people choose between. Ooh, I want to do another tempura doodle. I really liked how those ones turned out. Let's do a tempura over here. do another, I should add a little bit of this in there. Oh, I don't have another good spot for a tempera doodle. Okay. And let me see here, I forgot to add this while I was using pink. Victoria. But you could maybe use just one more. One more probably wouldn't hurt. I'm gonna do a little shrimp down here since this little wasabi doodle is so small. And the shrimps are just so small and cute. Oh yeah, Paige, sorry. My like mental process doesn't really translate well to paper until it's like done because I just go in color blocks. But let me show you what we have done so far and you'll hopefully start to see what's taking shape. We're doing a sushi theme. So I'm just eyeballing some random sushis and doodles right now. Kind of like these ones. And what was I gonna add to this page? Maybe I should do one of those little, whatever you call it. Me acting like I ever knew what it was called. I don't know what it was called. All right, now let's start adding a little bit of shadows to some of these things. I'm gonna use a darker brown for the shadows on that one. Okay, some shadows on this one. Yeah, sorry, I just kind of pick one color at a time and just keep adding with that color until I'm ready to go to a next color. So I feel like it doesn't always make that much sense to just watch, but it makes sense in my head. And then I put it onto the paper. Yes, Paige. For February, we did these little chocolate covered strawberries yesterday. So that is how February turned out. And then, yeah, today we are on the sushi theme. Yeah, that's the thing, Sophie. Like, so I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with my content, but I used to do custom bullet journals as my like full-time thing during COVID. So I was doing like multiple journals a week. I was just cruising. I didn't have any kids or anything. My husband was working like extra long hours because the pandemic was insane. And I was basically just at home all day, every day working on bullet journals. So I would do like 1 or 2 journals a week and just kind of figured out how to make my workflow as efficient as possible so that I could just keep churning out journals. So yeah, I just kind of batch everything like one color at a time. And it doesn't really look like much until it's actually more or less done. All right, I think that's all for my shading. Let's add some black outline and then some white gel pen. Some of the little sparkles too. That one I'm going to color with a different black. Forgot to do some sparkles over here. Thank you guys. Nice, Rebecca. Yeah, I am really liking the sushi theme as well. That's the way it is for me with coffee themes. Like, I don't drink coffee, I don't like coffee, but I love doing a coffee theme. And would I do it in my own journal? Totally, because I just think they're so cute. So this is a custom order, so it's actually not for me, it's for my customer Janelle. And yes, it is a 12-month journal starting in January of next year. So we're on March right now, and we've got a long ways to go yet before we're done and ready to send it off to her. But we've been making great time. Thank you guys. Oh, I love sea turtle themes. Or just in general ocean animal themes I love doing. All right, let's add some white gel pen and then we'll put the box outline in, and then we are done with these weekly spreads, which is crazy. So since we're so close to finishing up these weekly spreads, I do want to give just kind of a last call for orders packed on live today. I'm going to be mailing out a bunch of journals. See, the new town that we moved to doesn't have a post office, which crazy. I didn't even think that was a possibility. So I'm going to start doing like kind of weekly or bi-weekly mail drop-offs, but tomorrow is going to be my mail drop-off. So if you want your journal dropped off in this next batch, today would be the time to order. So all journal orders get your custom charms that you can choose. We've got so many fun ones. We've got pom-poms, we've got letters of the alphabet in different ones. I've got a ton of like shells and strawberries and really cute little like stones and stuff. So you get to choose your custom charms, and then you can choose your freebie. This customer chose a name page as her freebie, so you can either have me do a name page like this for you, which I'll show you one more just so you have an idea. So here's Remy, who I've seen here today. And then this was Carson's, and I've got a few other name pages sitting around, but all journal orders come with a name page like that, or your choice of freebie, which for many people lately has been the name page. Oh yeah, here's another one that I did recently that I like. So you can choose your freebie, which can be a name page or some washi tape stickers. And that all comes with your purchase of a journal. And if you use code LIVE50, you will get 50% off while I'm on live here today. So if you would like to have a journal packed here on live so you can choose your charms and watch me make your name page, you should go use code LIVE50 and then your journal will be included in the batch that are going to be mailed out tomorrow. I just need to put this back in the right box here. Make sure I didn't get these mixed up, so that I mail the right journals to the right people. Aw, thanks, Sophie. I'm glad you like them. Do you bullet journal? Or do other like doodly artsy hobbies? Yes, sorry, the full customs are sold out. Sorry, someone was asking about that. But with just an empty journal is where you get the custom name page if you want it, and charms as well. Okay, cool. The calligraphy is my favorite part of bullet journaling, or yeah, just like hand lettering. And I need to color that roll with black. I almost forgot about it there. Fun. Gracie, thank you so much. I see your order and we will pack that up very shortly. All right, and then I think I might just use a pink outline for everything since we haven't used pink on this page because of the awkward chisel tip. So I'm gonna do this kind of border, but I'm thinking I'll do it in pink since we have not yet included that. So let me go ahead and do that. Oops. All right, done with the March theme. I am going to check out Gracie's order so that we can get that packed up for her. Let me pull up my Etsy shop. Thank you so much for your order, Gracie. Okay, let me go grab your journal. Whoops, I just knocked over a container of washi tape. This place is a mess. Okay, I'll grab your journal from over here. I gotta restock my back shelf. And we've got a vanilla bullet journal with a G and a sun if I have a sun. I'm not sure if I do, but we'll take a look and see what we can find. There is your vanilla. And Gracie, if you're here, let me know and I can show you different options and combos and stuff that you can choose. And if Gracie is not here, then we'll take what she said and vote on it. So I just got my charm storage in today, so my letters are finally organized. I haven't organized all of my charms yet, but I did organize my letters. So for G, I do have every color available still, Gracie. So pink, black, white, and gold. So you are here, Gracie. Okay, thank you so much for your order, Gracie. I do not say that lightly. So those are the G's. And let me see. I know, Stevie, it's not like, it's kind of an awkward storage thing because I can't just like pull it out easily and show the whole thing under camera. So I still have to figure out how I want to like present it. I don't think that I have a son, Gracie. I'm just like mentally going through the charms that I know I have and I can't think of a son. Is there anything else that you can think of? I'm just going to kind of hold some out so that if you see some that you like, you can let me know. But if you can think of anything else that you like we could do a colored star or a colored stone. If you just kind of want to go with the key color since I don't have a son, or if you see something different, let me know. I need to organize these charms yet. I just did the letters at the beginning of this live. I have some stars. I don't know if that's... I mean, I've got lots of these little ones, but not sure if that's on theme enough for you. But yeah, I need to organize these ones yet. And organizing my charms made me realize I have 0 R's left. There are a couple other letters I'm running low on. I think M and S or something like that, but R's are right down to 0. So I definitely need to order some more. I mean, I do have a couple more letter charm bundles coming, but just with like single versions of each letter of the alphabet. So that's not going to last for long in the R category anyways. Is there anything so far, Gracie, that is standing out to you? The bow, cute. And which of these G's would you like to pair with that bow? Pink, black, white, or gold? Soon you guys can stop hearing me scrape the charms back into the bowl every time. White or gold, you can choose. Okay, well, what do you guys think, chat? White G or gold G? Jessie, oh, hey, Jessie. Gold, 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 gold. Okay, let's do gold. I thought gold too, and it has been a resounding gold in the chat. So we will go with that. Let me get that all hooked up for you. Oh, hey, Kate. And then Gracie, do you already know what kind of freebie you'd like? Again, the options are a washi tape sticker book, or 2 rolls of washi tape, or a custom name page. Wow, look at that smooth plier work. Who am I? Okay, I'm gonna pinch it a little bit tighter though, just to make sure that there's no chance of those coming off. Oof, Tangled / Rapunzel. You might need to give me some ideas with that. I've seen the movie, but I'm trying to think of simple doodles that I could do with that. Because I don't really do people. I could possibly do hair, like her braid at the little celebration thing with flowers in it. I feel like that could maybe be doable. Or I know there's like pastel or the like purple with gold suns and stuff, but the lanterns, right. So there's your charm combo. All right, let me take a sip here and think about what I would do with this. Actually, I'll consult Pinterest to do the thinking for me. Tangled Doodles. Pinterest is not really giving me what I'm looking for right now. You trust me, okay. Sunflower, lantern, tower, braid, pastel. Okay, well, I feel like I should maybe use purple for the letters, hey, because that's kind of one of the key colors in Tangled. I want to use a Tombow, though. The tower, yeah. I kind of like the idea of doing a braid, like kind of winding around the page. I don't think I have a purple Tombow that's like a perfect match, because I'm picturing the purple of, oh yeah, that's way too dark. And then this one's gonna be way too light, and that's the range of my purple Tombows. But I feel like, is her dress at one point similar to that color? I haven't watched Tangled in years. What do you think? Is that an okay purple for a Tangled theme? I know I would have a better like color match with Crayola Super Tips, but then I can't do my big lettering, which I like to do. Okay, I'll do that then. So I'm thinking stacked Gracie in the middle, and then a braid with flowers in it kind of winding across the page. Does that sound good? Go with that. Okay. I feel like the other doodles, the other ones that I would feel good doing don't like scream Tangled as much to me, like, you know, just a sun or a frying pan or something, you know? So I feel like braid is gonna be my best bet for one that like is clearly Rapunzel or Tangled, but is also one that I feel comfortable winging, because that's what we're doing. Gracie. Oh, thank you guys. Oh, Robin, you bullet journal? Fun. Thanks, Sophie. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of scatter some flowers where the braid is gonna go. I'm trying to decide if I want to do it like winding. Yeah, maybe that would look nice. Hey, like kind of winding, maybe start here, wind through there. Because I'm gonna do kind of a trail of flowers to mark where I want to actually place my braid. So we'll do some pink flowers and some purple flowers. There's some purples. Cool, Robin. Oh, thank you. Y'all, some of you guys choose usernames that make me sound like a fool. Thank you, Booty Brat 14, for the compliment on the ring stack. Oh, and Nahi, I'll have to show you what you missed. I'm in a different journal right now, just doing a custom name page. All right, I'm just gonna add a few leaves and then start going with the braid here. All right, and I'm not totally sure what color of yellow I have for doing the braid. Like, she's got such white blonde hair that I feel like my yellows would be a better match than any sort of like tan or beige. Oh yes, Nicole, sorry. What do you guys think? Yellow or like tan for like the main color of her braid? I just feel like the tan isn't like vibrant enough for like a Disney yellow braid or blonde, you know? What do you guys think? Definitely yellow. Okay, good. Then I'm gonna do this as the main yellow. Actually, I would love to choose one that has a brush tip because I know that that will make this so much easier for me. That's too yellow, I think. The color under the 4. Okay, well that's this one, but this one's kind of dying. And is that too dark? I was thinking something light. Oops, that's the same one. I meant to swatch this. Is that too bright, bright? You know what I mean? That one could work. It's just definitely more yellowy than the other one. Golden yellow. Golden yellow. But like this, because this one is dying. I can't do that one and I feel like it's a bit too dark. So one of these two, those are my lightest ones. I know, I like the one on the left, but it's not a brush tip, so it's gonna take me a million years to do all those strokes because I'm gonna be stroking with a tip this size instead of this size. Like so much bigger. You're okay with the bright? Okay, let's do the bright. Thanks, Gracie. All right, let's go in and start adding the braid. And then I am gonna use another yellow to like kind of clarify how the braid is sectioned off. Right now it will just be kind of like big sections of strokes going in the right direction, but not a lot of clarity. I also need to add centers to the flowers. I do know that. I'm not forgetting about it. I'm just working in an order that makes sense to my brain that probably doesn't make sense to the eyes necessarily. Okay. So there's a loose sketch of the braids. I am gonna add centers to those flowers. Thinking maybe just with a darker purple. I don't want to go full on with black because then I feel like I have to add more black to the spread. But we'll do a dark purple for the purple center. And then I'm gonna choose a yellow marker that can kind of guide the braid a little bit more. There's a pink that I can dot with. Let's just try this one. That works. I just want like kind of girly looking flowers. Nothing very specific. Aw, thank you, Sophie. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it because I am completely flying by the seat of my pants. Have I ever drawn a braid? No. A flowery braid? No. A tangled theme? No. But I'm glad that it is passing inspection. All right, let's find another yellow that can pair well with that, but be a little bit darker to add that little bit of definition to the braids. So that's what I'm trying to layer with. Could do that. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. That's good too. Might do the first one though. It's a little bit softer. The middle says Gracie. Gracie. All right, I'm just gonna place this to kind of guide the braid. Okay, and then after this, I do want to give you a preview of the sardines theme. I did not share it to my story last night because honestly, I'm not loving it. I hyped up this theme for myself so much, and now I just feel like I'm putting too much pressure on myself to like make it perfect. So I didn't share it in my story because I don't have a theme that I'm happy with yet, but I'll show you some workshopping that I've been doing. Usually every month so far in this digital bullet journal, I've been treating pretty much like these journals where I just kind of go in and wing it. And sardines just has me frozen in my tracks because I was so excited to do it, and now I feel like I have so much pressure on myself to nail it. Okay, here's the theme, or the name page for Gracie. Thank you so much for your order, Gracie. It will be shipped out with tomorrow's batch of journals. So for those of you who are just joining, Gracie chose the name page freebie with her journal. And so every journal gets charms and then a freebie of your choice. You can choose washi stickers, rolls of washi tape, or a custom name page like this. And then, yeah, you always get your charms. And if you use code LIVE50, you'll get 50% off, and I will mail these out tomorrow. This is kind of my last call for orders that get mailed out this week. So I'd love to pack it on live with you if you're interested. Oh, good. Thank you for your order, Gracie. I really mean that. And definitely gave me a bit of a challenge with the name page, but I'm glad that you like it. Let me show you what I'm working on for the sardine theme. Oh, And Anahi was asking where we are at because she missed the rest of the live today. So we've been working on Janelle's custom 12-month journal. So January was looking like this. We chose this little ski lodge theme. These are the weeklies. February, we chose this little chocolate covered strawberry theme. Again, same monthly pages. These are the weeklies for February. And then for March, which we did today, we did this little sushi theme. So sushi is one that Janelle specifically requested. We decided to do it for March. So yeah, this is what we did today. We've got every month she has a title and then a single page calendar with the notes box. This is going to be a family worship spread. I'm still figuring out with her how she wants to lay that out. And then this is what the weekly spreads turned out like for March. So she's going to fill in all of these boxes with memories and journaling for the day. And then this will be either a quote or a highlight of the week. So yeah, that is where we ended off with Janelle's bullet journal. Now let me show you the sardine theme that I am working on. And yeah, I am not settled on it at all. That's why I didn't post it to my story. But for those of you who are new, this is my pre-made bullet journal that I'm going to be launching in a few months. So this will be like physically printed into a bullet journal, same style of journals as the ones I sell empty, but as like a coloring book planner for you to use. So January, we chose a cozy cottage theme over on Instagram, and like every week has, you know, weekly spreads, just like we've been doing here, kind of left page, right page. February, we chose this little bows and sewing theme. March, you guys chose a plants theme, and you get to do your own calligraphy for this month. So it'll just be in light gray and you can color it with the color of your choice. And then yeah, the weekly layouts for March look like that. April, you guys asked for a tulip theme, and again, you get to do your own calligraphy. This is the calendar spread for April. May, you guys asked for a pond theme over on Instagram. So that's what we've got here. And then June, you guys voted on a shell theme. So this is how June is looking. The weeklies. August, skip July. July, you guys voted on an ice cream truck theme. So that's what we've got here. And then August, we did this ocean theme, which I love. Super busy, but I am definitely a fan. And then September is what we're doing sardines for. Okay, yeah, and I had this here as a reference picture. But currently I have 3 title options. I'm not happy with any of the 3. I need to add something. I kind of like started one and then was like, oh, I don't know if that's going in the right direction, but I would add more designs to the tin and then something around the outside. I feel like that was 1 with like the little tin being peeled open. 2 was this one where I have like more kind of doodly designs on the tin, little like lemon seasoned sardines. 3 was this one, which again, all of these are like half-baked ideas. I like started them and then was like, oh, I should do this different. So anyways, that's where I'm at with the sardine theme. I'm not feeling settled on any of them. Jessie likes one with the little like actual sardines peeking out. I know I would need to do some more, like obviously more designing on the tin, but then I'm not sure what else I would do because I feel like these are all, this is what I had in my head, just like a tin of sardines with September written on it. But I feel like I need more than that. Like now when I look at it, I'm like, oh, but the page is so empty. But you could like with marker just do, you know, like pinstripes or something, or like, I don't know, some kind of pattern in the background with marker when you're coloring it in. I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe striped in the back. Water splatters on the outside. Yeah. So anyways, you can tell me if you like one or the other. This was 1, but with more detail on there. This was 2. I just picked lemon. I don't really know why. And then this was 3, which again was not done, but 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Okay, I feel like I've seen a few people say 1 and 2. But anyways, you guys, I'm gonna put you down now. I should just double check and make sure I didn't get any other orders to pack up for this week, because I would want to do that for you guys before I sign off for the day. But oh yeah, 4:30, good timing. We're going to my parents for supper around 5. So no more orders for the day. So Gracie, yours will be included with this week's drop, and the others, any future orders, will have to wait till next time. But thank you guys so much. Let me just see here. 1 with some of the design of the tin on 2 with pinstripe. Okay. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, lemons and things as the background. Lemons added on the first open tin. Okay, so far you guys seem to like 1 and 2. I was thinking that too, Beanie Poutine Queen, like kind of layering like a closed one stacked and then an open one, like kind of partially behind it. And then maybe, yeah, like some lemons or something like that. Something like that. Babes, again, the usernames make me feel like a fool sometimes, but babes, I have no idea where the trend started. I saw like one pin on Pinterest that had cute sardines and just like fixated on doing that theme. But yeah, that's what we're doing. Melissa and Gail, I don't think I'll be on tomorrow. I've often been taking Fridays off, and I actually want to spend tomorrow instead finalizing the journal kit stuff, because on days when I come live, it's like I spend my entire afternoon nap doing a live, and then my entire evening when the kids are sleeping working on the pre-made journal. So everything else has just been falling to the side. So I've been trying to do Fridays as like an additional project day that is not lives and pre-made journals. So that's where I will be tomorrow, not on live, unfortunately. When am I usually on? I am either on now, but starting about 2 hours earlier than whatever time it is for you right now, or I'm on in the evenings, kind of 3 hours from now, 3.5. And I just got another order come in. Thank you so much, Hannah. You just snuck in. Hannah, are you here for us? Well, I don't think that schedule is fair for us. Yeah, Anahi has been spending her Friday afternoons crying because there's no live. Nature and H. I've been getting so many nature charm requests. I definitely need to place an order for more like specifically nature themed charms, because I have a few, but to be honest, we used my last leaf yesterday. So I'm not totally sure what I've got for you, Hannah, as far as nature themes. But let me get you back up on the stand so that you can see top down. Well, I'm going to close my iPad first so that you can't see. I don't want to flash everyone Hannah's address. Okay, let's flip the camera, get you back up here. All right, so Hannah chose a vanilla bullet journal right here, and an H and a nature theme charm. So Hannah, you can let me know if you have more specific requests for the charm that goes with it, because yeah, I don't have any more leaves. I have tons of things that are like, you know, related to nature, but I feel like leaf just is the most direct, and I don't have any more of those. So I have like shells, I have strawberries, I have like what else do I have? Flowers. I have lots of things that are like generally related to nature, but not as directly as leaves. Or I have like a little stone in a key color if you like that sort of thing. But I'm gonna start flipping through. Pink H. Okay, cool. We'll do the pink H and then find a charm to pair with it. I'm gonna pull out, are you at all interested in the ocean theme? Because that's what it is nature theme, but just, you know, a very specific stream of nature theme. So I won't pull them out if you're not interested. Casey, you can get charms from anywhere, like Amazon, AliExpress, like you can get so many. Hannah, little starfish is cute. I know, Amanda, the snake is kind of cool. It's not my thing, but I like the look. Yeah, exactly. Amazon, AliExpress, like, I don't know. You can get charms from anywhere. And they're super fun. I started off with just like a bundle of like mixed charms, which some of them were like really dumb. Sorry if you like these, but like I couldn't commit to having these on a bullet journal. And then I started getting more like specific collections that I like better. All right, Hannah, do you want to lock in the starfish or do you want me to keep showing different options? But yeah, tons of options with the charms. That's why like it's hard for me to put them on an order form because like I can't just ask what charm do you want because I have such a random assortment. Nobody's gonna say white deer with black creepy eyes. Starfish, perfect. That's so cute. Yeah, exactly. When you order a random bundle, you get a lot of like kind of ones and then a few winners. But yeah, since then I've been getting more like cute bundles. Like the strawberries was a separate order of just strawberries. And these little stars got a bunch of colors, like, and the bows, like I ordered a lot of, oh yeah, and the little like sea, under the sea collection. Oh, Casey, that makes sense. Do they have a good return policy though? Like you could just order them and then return them if the quality is garbage. I do so much returning to like anywhere that I order online from. I just order, and then return a bunch of stuff. Thank you for the follow, Casey. All right, let's get Hannah packed up here. We'll do your starfish and your H. Okay. I was doing really well with... Oh, thank you, Sophie. Yeah, have a good weekend. I won't be back on live until Oh, I think I want to put the starfish behind the H. Now I did it in reverse, now that I made myself redo it. But yeah, I will be back on Monday for another live. And sorry, someone asked what we're doing because they're new. We are packing up a journal order for Hannah. So for every journal order, you get to choose custom charms to go on the ribbon bookmark of your journal. And then you can also choose your freebie, which can be a name page or some washi tape or some washi stickers. Okay, Hannah, sorry, I was doing so well with pliers today and now I'm like struggling. So I'm gonna bring this up close to my face so I can just seal this off really nicely for you. Okay. Let's attach these. And then Hannah, do you already know what kind of freebie you would like? Name page, washi sticker book, or 2 rolls of washi tape? The name page. Okay, so do you have a color or a theme or something in mind? There we go. We've got your little H and starfish. Just gonna put away some markers. Well, camping or outdoors theme? Okay. Cool. Then I'll keep out some of these markers that scream camping to me. Are you okay with like browns, greens, oranges kind of thing? That's what comes to mind for me. It's not the orange I want. That's not the orange I want either. I have a specific orange that I'm looking for. That's the one. Okay. You picked the red? Okay, cool. Then I'm thinking I might do your name across the page like this, add a few trees and a little like tent and do that. So actually I should do a wavy line to connect to the A. Hannah, do you already bullet journal or will this be your first one? Nice. I'm glitching. I'm not glitching. All right, Hannah, a little camping theme for you, and then your pink H and starfish charms. Thank you so much for your order, Hannah. Be mailing that off in tomorrow's drop. And I'm gonna pull you guys down for real this time. No problem, Hannah. Thank you for your order. I mean that truly. You guys showing up for my lives and placing orders and stuff is honestly life-changing, being able to stay home with my kids and doodle. So I really appreciate your order. I am gonna head out now, you guys. Got to get to my parents' house for supper, and I won't be back on live again till Monday. If you like to know when I'm gonna be live, like afternoon or evening, what days of the week, Instagram is the place to find that out. You can follow me there. That's also where I'm doing a bunch of like polls, question boxes, all that kind of stuff to help me design the pre-made journal that I was showing you before with that little sardines theme. So if you want to give any of your feedback into that, you can head over to my Instagram for that as well. And if you do want to place an order, use code LIVE50. We'll pack it up together on Monday. You'll get 50% off. You'll get your choice of freebies, all of that. But for now, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and have a good rest